A cryptocurrency is a digital currency which is an alternative form of payment created using encryption algorithm. The use of encryption technologies means that cryptocurrency functions both as a currency and as a virtual accounting system. To use cryptocurrencies, you need a cryptocurrency wallet. Well, today on The Eagle, we shall be talking cryptocurrency fraud, a hidden haven for money laundering. Thank you for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Mohammed.
Section 6 of EFCC Act has given us what an anti-corruption agency should be doing. Number one, I believe we should focus on driving economic development. Number two, we must also create an atmosphere for transparency and accountability in running the government. And also, number three, we must help as an anti-corruption agency to build the international image of this country. Because if you don't do that, there is no way you will endure foreign direct investment.
We start today's episode of the program with the legal attaché of the American Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, in Nigeria, Jack Smith, applauding the appointment of Ola Olukoyede as Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Jack Smith gave the commendation in Abuja while on a courtesy visit to the corporate headquarters of the EFCC. Abbas Abubakar Umar has the details.
Smith said that he made personal efforts to study the antecedents of Olukoyede and found out that he has impressive credentials to lead the EFCC. He expressed delight with the agenda of reform and refocusing of the EFCC, pointing out that it would move forward the anti-corruption mandate of the Commission.
I've done my homework, I've done my research, and I'm excited about his vision and his values and the direction in which he wants to take the EFCC. I think it's necessary, and I think it's needed in order for the EFCC to rebrand themselves.
Responding, Olukoyede appreciated the visit and explained that the relationship between the FBI and Nigeria predated the establishment of the EFCC. He said that his reform agenda for the Commission was not new but represent more effective ways of achieving the mandate of the Commission. The EFCC's boss also stated that though the Commission is interested in getting results, it is more concerned about getting results through the right means. He pledged more commitment to the existing relationship between the EFCC and the FBI, maintaining that the two agencies are partners in progress.
Since EFCC came on board, we and the FBI decided to take that collaboration to a greater height. And that's what you are seeing today.
Olukoyede also took the FBI's team through some of the important programs lined up by the Commission, especially a pending public engagement focusing on youth involvement in cyber crimes. Smith was accompanied on the visit by Jim Oscar and Ayotunde Sholademi.
The Standard Chartered Bank, SCB, has applauded the EFCC on its fight against corrupt practices across the country. This commendation was given by a delegation of the bank led by its executive director and head of compliance, CG Adeyinka, while on a courtesy visit to the corporate headquarters of the Commission in Jalbi, Abuja. Again, Abbas Abubakar Umar, take us through.
Matthew Brown, the managing director and head Europe and Americas, in a message sent to the Commission said his bank regards EFCC as a very interesting law enforcement agency that is trying hard to protect the image of the country. He further submitted that the bank enjoyed working with the EFCC. Speaking further, CG Adeyinka said that Standard Chartered Bank is engaging the Commission to understand its strategy in combating economic and financial crimes as a way of identifying with its objectives. He said part of the intention is to continue to engage with the EFCC to try as much as possible to let the Commission understand the bank's strategy in terms of combating financial crimes. Adeyinka also called for reciprocal support from the EFCC as he disclosed that his bank offered training on issues of financial crimes to staff of the Commission recently.
One of the reasons why we are here today, just to show that commitment to what the objectives of the EFCC really are, and of course also to let you know that we are here to support and play our part, and of course also get a reciprocal action from the EFCC as well.
Responding, Executive Chairman of the Commission, Ola Olukoede, who spoke through the Secretary to the Commission, Muhammad Hamajoda, said the Commission was ready to collaborate with any agency that will help rid the country of corruption. He, however, called for a Memorandum of Understanding MOU detailing areas of mutual interest between the EFCC and SCB. He stressed that the Commission will continue to collaborate with the bank and it is essential for everyone to deploy everything needed to fight corruption, be it physically, mentally, and spiritually.
To rid ourselves of corruption. If we didn't do, gradually it will eat all of us. And we have to speak up on that and see how we can do it.
In his own contribution, Director of Operations Abdul Karim Chikol explained that the EFCC placed high premium on capacity building. He thanked SCB for its training program for staff of the Commission while stating that banks are the major stakeholders in the fight against economic and financial crimes. Abbas Abubakar Omar reporting for the Eagle.
Now we move to stakeholder engagement. A call has been made by the Executive Chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, to civil society organizations across the country to engage in robust anti-corruption campaigns at the grassroots. Olukoyede made the call at a one-day engagement between the EFCC and CSOs in Akwa Ibom, Abia, and Cross River State. Chinonso Alexander Eni has the details.
According to the EFCC boss, the task of fighting corruption requires the buy-in of every stakeholder in the country, especially people at the grassroots. He stated that the EFCC knows the importance of stakeholders and as such felt the need to engage with them as they are pivotal to the fight against economic and financial crimes. The EFCC boss, who spoke through the Uyo Zonal Commander of the EFCC, Bawa Hamidu Seidu, stressed that the essence of the engagement was to enjoin the participants who are closer to the grassroots to spread the message of anti-corruption and assist the Commission in exposing corrupt practices by way of providing it with intelligence, because the success of EFCC is the success of every Nigerian. In his remarks, Head Public Interface Unit of the Commission, Tony Urilade, outlined several ways of reaching the Commission, which include using the Eagle Eye app, the Commission's hotline, the website, and the social media, amongst others. He further said that the Commission is always accessible and open to the public at all times. Speaking on the expected roles of the CSOs in supporting the Commission, Head Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit Aisha Mohammed said the Commission is counting on its stakeholders in achieving its mandate. She also outlined some of the anti-corruption initiatives of the Commission across the country, which include integrity clubs in primary schools and zero-tolerance clubs in institutions of higher learning. Representatives of CSOs at the engagement expressed more commitment to the EFCC in its crusade against corrupt practices. Barrister Clifford Thomas of Foundation for Civic Education, Human Rights and Development Advancement, and Barrister Nkechi Udo of Ukeme Development Initiative bird their minds on the works of the EFCC and proposed positive ways of strengthening the strides of the Commission. They also embraced the idea of grassroots campaigns and promised to give the initiative a greater push. I am Chinonso Alexander Eni, reporting for the Eagle.
In another development, the executive chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has warned students across the country to steer clear of internet fraud to avoid its grave consequences. He gave the charge at the inauguration of an integrity club at Doveland International Schools, Abuja. Ogechi Okeke has the details.
Olukoyede, who spoke through Deputy Director, Public Engagements of the Public Affairs Department, Nwanyima Okeano, said corruption is evil and a bad practice which should not be allowed to thrive in our environment. He stressed that lying, examination malpractices, internet fraud, stealing pens and pencils, books and any other thing that does not belong to a person is corruption. Speaking in the same vein, Head Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit of the Public Affairs Department, Aisha Muhammad, urged the students to eschew all forms of corruption and join hands with the EFCC to rid Nigeria of all the menace. She stressed that the children, being future leaders of the country, need to know that corruption is all about how they can help in tackling it and to encourage them to become ambassadors and foot soldiers of the EFCC by spreading the message of anti-corruption to the larger society. Responding, the principal of the school, Kolakbo Emmanuel, applauded the initiative by the EFCC. He said that preaching the ills of corruption from the grassroots level will surely go a long way in curtailing corruption in the country. He further thanked the management of the EFCC for finding the school worthy to inaugurate the club. An operational manual and some EFCC publications were presented to the school to arm members of the club on the modalities of running the club. Ogechi Okeke reporting.
Cryptocurrency is a digital money that doesn't require a bank or financial institution to verify transactions and can be used for purchases or as an investment. Transactions are then verified and recorded on a blockchain, which is an unchangeable ledger that tracks and records assets and trades. Let's go to Golden Onwura, who is standing by to take us through the topic of the day, which is cryptocurrency fraud, a hidden haven for money laundering. Over to you, Golden.
Thank you, Aisha. In this era of digitization, financial transactions have been made easy. However, it also comes with its shortfalls, which renders people vulnerable to fraud. Cryptocurrency is one of such financial instruments in this era of digitization. Hello and welcome to the interview segment. I am Golden Onwura. Today we'll be talking about how cryptocurrency is used for fraud. And I have with me ASE1 Armayau Aliyu from the cybercrime section of the EFCC. You're welcome to the program.
Good morning. It's a pleasure.
As the financial industry is advancing, there are some instruments that have been created to make financial transactions easier. And recently we've been hearing about cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency?
The word cryptocurrency is a compound word. Crypto, then currency. So crypto is a short form of cryptography, which means these are, encryptions and a currency that is encrypted. Crypto, then you have your currency, which is your fiat currency, like So the word cryptocurrency is, cryptography and currency. So it gives us cryptocurrency, which is a form of payment, an alternative form of payment, which we also refer to as digital currency, or virtual currency. They are not tangible like our fiat currency. They are an alternative mode of payment, which is birthed out of cryptography, encryption algorithms. So that's what cryptocurrency is.
Okay, having explained cryptocurrency, what is then cryptocurrency fraud?
Well, fraud is, any omission of facts for financial gain. Okay, deception to gain financial advantage. So cryptocurrency fraud will then be any form of advantage that one will gain by a misrepresentation of fact using crypto, okay, either as form of payment, investment, or any of its application.
How is this fraud perpetrated?
Well, it has various forms, just like conventional fraud and crimes. Crypto fraud or scams are also done the same way. You have people, luring other people to make investments, and in doing so, they take advantage of that, of people, and make them part with their money. So in the same way, crypto fraud, fraudsters take advantage of this perceived anonymity that the crypto portrays. Anybody that is talking that wants to talk about crypto, he tells you there's this currency, this virtual currency, where you can make transactions and nobody is going to know you. There's no way it can be traced back to you. There's this perception of anonymity. So that's why it's actually appealing to the criminals, because a fraudster always wants to perpetrate his fraud without being traced. Do you understand? He tries always to distance himself from the crime. So, and crypto gives this, this advantage, this appeal to criminals. Yeah, and the people who conceptualize cryptocurrency knew, okay, we are doing this currency, and we don't want we want transparency in the system. We don't want a third party that's a middle person, that's in this case the banks, the central authorities, and all that. That's why it was created to just do peer-to-peer transactions without a third party. But then that itself poses a big problem. If you are doing transaction peer-to-peer, there's a mutual suspicion. So that's why the blockchain technology was created, okay, to be transparent, to have different people, it's an open ledger where if I transact between me and you, then we have other parties to, to confirm the transaction, to say, yes, indeed, I have this value, and now I want to part away to this value to you. These people on these nodes have to agree. There have to be a consensus. Okay, so blockchain technology provides that, and on that technology is what cryptocurrencies and other currencies of sort operate.
As the financial industry is advancing, there are some instruments that have been designed to make financial transactions easier, like the cryptocurrency. So what is this cryptocurrency?
Well, gullible public. Everyone, I think, can be gullible to fall victim to such criminal activities, especially, with the lack of knowledge about cryptocurrency. It's a trend, and there is a lot of speculation. There's a lot of public discourse on cryptocurrency, on its opportunities, the opportunities it presents. Of course, I have to admit, it has presented a lot of opportunity, both for legal use, for convenience, but then again, in that, it has also posed a lot of risk, a lot of vulnerabilities that the fraudsters take advantage. People are out there because now, the cyberspace is another parallel economy for people to thrive, to do businesses, to to reach out to the global market and all that. And cryptocurrency is one of these medium that gives this opportunity. So a lot of people think, okay, this is the new ground, this is the new space to perpetrate crimes.
What are the penalties?
Only here at the EFCC, we have investigated a lot of cases that have to do with crypto fraud in crypto investments and other form of fraud schemes. And some of them we have sent the cases to court. Some of them have been prosecuted, some of them have been prosecuted, and these assets have been recovered. They have lost their assets. They have also been jailed, and some of them have paid fines or even done all of these three I've mentioned.
Just before we go, what are those warning signs or those cautionary indications that everybody involved in cryptocurrency trading needs to watch out for?
Any investment you're putting your money into, you should have knowledge of any investment you're putting your money into, and you should try and do a lot of background checks, and you should also not believe investment opportunities that are too good to be true. When investments and opportunities are too appealing, and there's a sense of urgency for you to invest, and you are being compelled to invest or to put your money into any business you don't know about, I think it's a red flag. It's a big red flag. And if you fall victim, there's need for you to report the case immediately to authorities, because sometimes if you take a lot of time, these assets can be depleted, and it will take a lot of time before you recover your assets, and because these assets can go to multiple jurisdictions, that's beyond Nigeria, there's need for you to report on time.
Can you tell us those warning signs, those red flags that people who transact with cryptocurrency, once they see it, they'll know that there's danger, or maybe that they need to back out or report to the EFCC?
The EFCC is doing a lot, through our channels, through shows like this and other mediums. We have the Eagle app, which you can report your cases either, anonymously or otherwise. We have the email, the info@efcc.gov.ng, and for our Eagle Eye app, you can check for it on the iOS or App Store. For iOS, you check it on App Store, and for Android, you check it on App Store.
Thank you very much, ASC1 Armayahu Aliyu, for coming on the program. You've really done justice to the topic. I believe you have learned one or two things on how cryptocurrency is used to commit fraud. Going forward, you must be careful. Do your due diligence before engaging in any business transaction. That's it from the interview segment. I am Golden Onwura. Back to Aisha for the rest of the program.
Please listen to this announcement. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC hereby informs the general public that for every petition submitted to the Commission, a receipt is issued. The receipt, with a unique petition number, is for the purpose of tracking verification of the status of the petition. The public should therefore ensure the collection of the receipt on each petition submitted. And that's how we end today's episode of The Eagle. Until we come your way again next week, same time, same station, with another interesting edition. Let's keep the conversation going by sending a mail to info@efcc.gov.ng, and you can also call us on 0809 3322 644. Use the EFCC mobile app, the Eagle Eye, to report any fraud you see happening around you. You will download the app, you follow the steps, and report fraud on the go. And you can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. Also remember to join us every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. on our web-based town hall meeting called EFCC Connect, where we answer your questions and note your observations of the anti-corruption fight in order to serve you better. I am Aisha Muhammad, leaving you with these words from Nelson Mandela. He said, and I quote, "A fundamental concern for others in our individual and community lives would go a long way in making the world the better place we so passionately dream of." We all know how corruption is affecting us in the society. Let's join hands with the EFCC to make corruption a thing of the past. Nigeria is the only country we have, and we all have to salvage it. Say no to economic and financial crimes. Goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Please do stay safe, be kind to yourself and to others around you, and do enjoy the rest of the week.